What's up, guys? Welcome back to another tutorial in the Friday Night Funkin' full modding course. So today it might seem a little awkward at the start because this is actually taken off of another video, the last part. It was getting a little too long, so I thought I'd split it into two parts. But it does not really matter too much. So we're gonna be starting off a bit awkwardly. But I hope you guys can still understand everything. And yeah, let's get into it. So we don't have our custom song set up yet, and we're not going to do that today. So we're just going to use the dialogue on like a different song, and then we'll move it over to our actual song later. But instead of going straight into the dialogue editor, we're going to want to go into the dialogue portrait editor. So to start, character type. Choose wherever you want your character to be positioned. If it's an enemy, it should be at the left. If it's a girlfriend, it should be at the center. If it's a boyfriend, it should be at the right. So next we need to get our image file name, which it gets from dialogue and then the image file. Like we did with the week, we're just going to reuse our character sprites. It's a bit lazy, but it's what the normal side characters do anyway, so probably quite fitting. So just Neo, reload image, and let's go to left. And like the character editor, I do believe we can, never mind. And we can just quickly use these two toggles to move our character around. You want it to be around here. You can do a scale. I like to leave it at 125. And now for the animations, you have a few animations you can do. I personally don't care too much about it, but I think we're just gonna do talk for this case. You can do a bunch of different animations. You can do your own custom animations. You can do anything you want. You don't have to follow these animations. So for me, I'm just going to remove everything besides talk. So animation name, talk. Loop name on XML file. So this is the exact same thing. And we know it's one Neo idol. Then the finished name. So let's just say one Neo idol. And you know what? Let's do one Neo or four Neo up. And there we go. If we add or update, you can see we can use our arrow keys to reposition it, but there we go. If we press space, we can reset the text to see it again. And that looks great. So let's go ahead and save our character. Mods, images, dialogue, and neo.json. Or whatever you want your character to be called. So let's go into the dialogue editor. And this one is super simple. You can choose your character, so you do boyfriend, girlfriend, Neo, which is the one we just made. You can change how fast it will go by. So the more you add on, the slower it will go. We're just gonna leave it around average. And we're going to go ahead and do text. We can change that. So let's say, hello, boyfriend. And we can press P on our keyboard to make a new line. We can use W and S to go through the animations. And we can use A and D to scroll through lines. So let's say he gets to use this animation. He's like, oh wow, you ugly. And now we can press P to make a new line. And we can do Rude. We can use our character Neo. And there we go. We have a full dialogue here. So we can also do the angry text box, which will make it look like this. And we can press O to remove a dialogue line. So if we don't like boyfriend saying cool swag at the end, just press O and it goes away. So you can do the sound file name. And I do believe this will change like the so the sound that plays when it's going through and reading out the text. So like, and that will read from the mods sounds folder. I do believe it has to be an OGG. I don't remember. I'll like put text up on the screen and I'll say if it needs to be an OGG or not. But yeah, after this we can save the dialogue. I don't like to do custom sound names. It just seems a bit unnecessary for me, but it really depends on what you like. So we can go into mods, data, and if you already have a song set up, so let's say song 1 or something, you can put it in there, but instead we're just gonna make the dialogue for tutorial, which we can do by adding a folder in the data folder called tutorial. You can obviously add like scripts and dialogues to existing songs if you just make the data folder the exact same name as it is outside of the mods folder. So this will, so if I add anything here, it'll reference to the tutorial. So if I add like a script, it'll reference to the tutorial. I hope that makes sense. So we can save it here, whatever we want. Let's say, let's just call it J. You can do whatever. Now after this, we're gonna make our first ever script. Now, this is not gonna be much of a scripting tutorial, but I will briefly go over it. So you're gonna wanna make dialogue.lua. Now you're gonna get this kind of a pop-up. Just press yes. And also make sure in view, you have file name extensions on, or else you won't be able to make a dialogue.lua file. Now let's go ahead and open this up in Visual Studio Code, which if you don't remember in the first episode, we set it up. We got the FNF Lua plugin, which I'll go over again. If we go into extensions, Funkin, Lua, you need to get this. Let's go ahead and start on the dialogue.lua. So you're going to want to do function on, no, you don't even need to do a function, but on start countdown, you're going to want to function stop. Sorry, you have to add a return function stop. That will stop the countdown. We're also going to want to do allow countdown. We will set that to false at the start. And we'll make sure to only if allow countdown will equal to false and is story mode. If you want dialogue to play on free play too, then you don't need that. Then we can return a function stop. So then we want to play the dialogue. So we're going to want to set property, then in cut scene to true. No, don't let that autocorrect do that. You're going to want to run timer, start dialogue. You're going to want to do it for 0.8 seconds. So now you do function. No, again, you don't need a function. Timer completed. it'll do that. If tag is equal to start dialogue, so that's comparing tag, which is within these colons, or I think they're colons, I don't remember. No, those are brackets, I think. I don't know. Within this thing. So tag is going to be whatever this is when you're running the timer. So if tag is equal to start dialogue, then, and then you can do then ... end. You want to start dialogue, add some of those, and let's say J. So if we look into our folder, you'll see tutorial j.json. So we'd want to do J. Then optionally, we can use dialogue music to start, which I believe would be put into the music folder. And again, I think they have to be OGs, but we're not going to do dialogue music here. Let's go ahead and save that. Let's go ahead and play tutorial. Nope, whoops. First, we actually have to also add allow countdown equal to true and return function continue. There we go. So if we go into free play, oh, I know what we messed up actually. Okay, so what we're actually gonna want to do is we're gonna want to put all of that in there and leave return function continue in there. Let's just quickly do that and restart the song. So there we go. Now nothing happens if we're on free play. And if we are on story mode, let's go into tutorial. Hello, boyfriend. Oh wow, you ugly. Rude. And here we are, going into the tutorial song. So there we go. So moving on, we're going to get into cutscenes. Now, you can have both dialogue and cutscenes in one song. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing that today. We'll see. But yeah, we're just going to be adding it to tutorial again. So it's basically the same process. Data, tutorial, dialogue.lua. We're just going to be using the same Lua. You can put it in a different one if you want. And it's extremely simple. So just like do start video and then a video file. So I don't believe you need the set property in cutscene. But yeah, let's get into that video actually. So we can go ahead and check out videos. You'd want to put a MP4 file in here. So I don't believe it has specific size requirements. I'd recommend making it 1080 by 720. You can do 1920 by 1080 as well though. Alright, so I'm going to be using Adobe Premiere Pro 2020 to make the cutscene, but you guys can do whatever. I'd recommend using like Flash or Animate or something. Alright, there we go. This is our cutscene. Let's go ahead and make him just like disappear for a second, just to make sure everyone knows it's a video, and let's export that. Of course, we're gonna want to put it in our videos folder, and let's just call this my cutscene.mp4. You can call this whatever though. So you're gonna want to do start video, my cutscene, or whatever you entered your cutscene as. You're also not going to need the on timer completed, but I'm going to leave it there because I don't care to remove it. So let's go ahead and enter a tutorial. Go on free play. It does not play. That's good. You guys can obviously make it so that it will play on free play by removing is story mode. There you go. My video resolution wasn't right, so obviously it looked kind of stretched. So yeah, I would recommend you make it in 1920 by 1080 or 1080 by 720. Either works. I do hope you guys enjoyed that video. I was originally going to do some cutscenes after dialogue stuff, but I decided it dragged on the video too much, so maybe we'll do it another day. Maybe we'll do it another day, you know, maybe in like a week from now. I'm not sure. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and leave a like, subscribe. Bye guys.